Jai Shri Krishna. So I'm going to publish a detailed video here about, the confusion and the misconception going around how to read the transit, whether from the Lagna, from the moon, from the sun, or both from the Lagna, both from the moon, in terms of transits, right? Reading both from Lagna and moon, etc. All right? Okay. So this will ideally be just a part one, but I'm not sure if part two is needed, but I'm just putting it out. Second, people have requested about to put a video on the Jupiter transit as well, which is happening around June 2nd, yeah, till October 31st. So I will try to do that as well for all the 12 signs. You cannot look independently Jupiter transit. You have to consider Saturn, who is the king of transits, and Rahu Ketu. And then there is also which dasa. If Saturn dasa, Saturn transit will be important. Jupiter dasa, Jupiter transit. Rahu Ketu transit. But in a way, Saturn is still important. Yeah. So I'll have to consider all. I will put a very short synopsis video for all of the 12. Do remember that your birth chart is the key. Yeah. Transit is more like the delivery of the courier, when the courier is going to come. If there is no promise of courier in the birth chart, nobody's going to come deliver the courier. That is the transit. But the promise has to be in the birth chart. Remember that. All right. So today's topic is decoding transits, planetary transits. Is it from the moon? Lagna, right? But it is actually from the moon. Before we start today's section, the bells and whistles, as always. One, please click the subscription video, the notification, the bell button, all those things which you are aware of. Second, please share your comments in the YouTube comment section as well, and I really appreciate to all the people who are sharing as well. Third, I would also let you know that, which I've been sharing all along, is the Clubhouse app in Vedic Astrology Club. You have to download the Clubhouse app in iOS or Android and then get to the Vedic Astrology Club. It's a free app, everything free. Yeah. Okay. And there is 4 to 5 years of recording. And this week I'm doing a very interesting reading session and teaching session on Bhavat Bhavam. Okay. What is Bhavat Bhavam? What does it mean? It'll be Wednesday, 7:20 p.m. Central Time this week, US. Yeah. Okay. So transits. So first question is to understand Lagna and Moon, which is important. Okay. Now, if you read BPHS, the way Parashara Rishi breaks it down is Vidhi, Madi, Gadi. Okay. Vidhi is destiny, which is the Lagna. Madi is the mind, which is the moon. Gadi is the sun, which is the soul. He says if Lagna is spoiled, check the moon. If from the moon as the Lagna, keep it. If Lagna is spoiled, moon is also spoiled in a way, keep sun as the Lagna now and do that, right? I say if Vidhi is Lagna, Madi is mind, moon, Gadi is sun. If all three are spoiled, your life is like Sadi. Sadi means chaos. That's all. Okay? All right. Now, importantly, Parashara Rishi also says that whatever yogas, whatever combinations, it's shown in the Lagna chart, has to be seen and validated from the moon chart. Think of Lagna is your destiny, moon is the happiness. It doesn't matter even if you earn $10 million or 50 crore rupees, whatever is the amount. I'm not converting it, right? If you're not happy, that's it, right? You ask anybody who's undergoing a Rahu Mahadasa, happiness will be a question mark, regardless of what they have achieved in Rahu. Rahu, happiness is a question mark. This is the fact. There won't be a single person who said, I have achieved everything in Rahu and I'm extremely happy. Rahu will never give you contentment. Ketu is very different, but I'm talking about Rahu. Okay? Ketu, it doesn't matter for them. So they are in their own world. Okay. So the sun is the soul. It's a soul's journey. Okay? As you undergo multiple birth cycles. Moon is the mind. Okay? Moon is the mind. And if you look at it, right? Moon is the mind. And as per Bhagavad Gita, what Krishna says is all souls come from me, all are good souls, everything good. Then who is the problem? Think of somebody like Hitler, think of somebody like Napoleon, right? Saddam Hussein, whoever you want to call, right? Are they bad people? They are bad people, right? But then what's the problem? It's the mind. It's the mind, not the soul, right? The soul's karmic journey is involved, but it is really the mind. Okay, so you have to also understand the minute differences between a human and an animal, right? We have a mind. The animal doesn't know how to use the mind, like the sixth sense, fifth sense, five senses, sixth sense, etc., which we have. The sixth sense can activate some at some point of time, but this is what differentiates between us and animals. Okay, I always say there is a fine line between a brain of a monkey versus a brain of a monk, right? I'm just comparing monkey here because monkey is also divine. If you think of Hanuman, for example, Maruti Hanuman, right? I'm not, bringing monkey class down, but I'm just saying monkeys, we have developed from monkeys. We are very different as humans today. Okay, all right. If you see in a chart, in a transit chart, what is happening now as we speak is planets keep on moving. The fastest moving planet is Moon, but the fastest moving point, including the planet and the point, is Lagna. See, Lagna is a physical point. Lagna is only used at the time of birth. When somebody is born, sun's rays from the eastern horizon falls on a certain point. Sun's rays, not the sun. It's a combination of date, time, latitude, longitude, which is what we call it as the geographical location. The date, month, year, time, latitude, longitude, right? So if you see, so today is May 25th, 2026, and it's a Monday for me. Okay, I'm not telling you my location, I'm not telling you the time. You cast a chart, you know everything except the Lagna, pretty much. You know. Okay, I tell you, I'm 7:47 p.m. right now. Okay, you're done, but you don't know my location. Until I give you the location, you cannot put the Lagna. So the Lagna will always come last at the time of birth because of the location and the time and the place of birth, the time, etc. Once you know the date of birth. Okay? If not Lagna, Parashara Rishi says, check from the moon. Right? If you don't know even the Lagna, check from the moon. You will get the answer in a way. Now, when you go to the temple, right? You do the archana, right? What you say your name, your gotra. You don't say your lagna or your lagna nakshatra or anything. You say your moon and your moon nakshatra. And if for the broken Rashi, technically, broken nakshatra, you have to say the Rashi also. For example, right, if you are Chitra nakshatra, which is happening tomorrow, you should say Chitra nakshatra, whether Kanya Rashi or Tula Rashi. Okay, technically you're supposed to say. But my point is, you do Archana with your moon and moon nakshatra, not with your Lagna nakshatra. Yeah. Okay, so remember that. All right. So I explained Vidhi, Madi, Gadi. Madi, the mind is the most important thing. Okay. The moon actually gets exalted approximately every 28 days. It will come to Taurus and gets exalted. Okay. And if you see in an Amavasya time period, which will also happen in another 28 days, right? Typically from one Amavasya to another Amavasya, you will see 28. Amavasya is like a new moon. Full moon is Paurnami, right? So you see a 28 days gap. Look at all the vaccines when they give you and stuff, right? Medications. It's also the gap of 28 days. They will tell you 28 days. See, the 28, the week itself comes 28, half is a fortnight, which is 14, and half of it is a week, 7. It all comes from the lunar, the calculation, not from the solar. Okay, so in an Amavasya day, right, when the moonlight is very low, where do you get the light? You get the light from moon's nakshatra, the 27 nakshatras of the moon, right? They act as like a LEDs, the light emitting diodes. Okay, the moon may be with very low strength because it's an Amavasya, right? But you get light from the nakshatra. Now, here is what is important. Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, whichever nakshatra they are sitting, those nakshatras won't emit light. Because they are all blocking planets. With Saturn, at least you may get something. With Rahu, Ketu, you won't get anything. Okay, so right now Saturn has just moved to Revati Nakshatra. So the Revati Nakshatra, which is supposed to emit bright light, will just, emit a pinch of light, hardly anything. Rahu is in Satabhisha. No light will come from Satabhisha. Satabhisha is already dull. Ketu is in Magha. So no light from Magha Nakshatra on an Amavasya. So these three nakshatras, they don't typically emit light. Saturn, Revati, little bit you will get. Hardly anything. Okay? All right. Now, why to see transits from the moon? I'll break it down. The Lagna, again, number one, the Lagna is a physical calculation point at the time of birth. That is, and it's the sun's rays from the eastern horizon, not the sun's ray. So it's a physical destiny point. That's it. That's it. Okay. D9 people use the Lagna. Again, they take calculation. D9 is a calculation chart. It is not a physical chart. D1 is a physical chart. Okay. The transits always you see from the moon, which is the mind. Madhi. Okay. The Lagna chart is fixed, which is the karma chart is fixed. The moon chart is more like the moon chart or the Madhi, the transit, right? From the moon is Madhi. I shouldn't say the moon chart. The Lagna chart is fixed as karma. The transits, it keep on changing, right? It's a free will. Suppose I say in this video, as Hindus, try to avoid meat, slowly cut meat if you're eating meat, seafood, etc. From 7 days, bring it down to 4 days, 3 days, and then eventually bring it to 2 and 1 and 0. You listen to this point in this video today. Today is April 25th. You take a note of what I say. You cannot change anything which happened till today or till yesterday. You cannot. You cannot rewrite anything. But with what I have said now, you can change the whole thing, saying from tomorrow or from now, I'm going to stop eating meat. I will cut meat by 50%, whatever it is, right? This is the mind. This is the free will which you're going to do. But you cannot change anything till yesterday, right? So this is very important. All right. So the transit chart, in a way, has a free will in it, okay? The moon is the mind, and you change. You cannot change the past. This is very important. Now, if you know something called Ashtaka Varga, right? In Ashtaka Varga, if you see the Lagna and the moon will be same. 49 points they will get, Lagna and moon, okay? They act as two wheels of a bicycle. They act. They are same, 49, 14. They act. It's very important. You cannot drive a bicycle or a bike with one wheel. It's not possible. So that's why Lagna and moon is important. Okay, it's a balance. So from Lagna, you see Mahadasa, the Adipatya. Okay, I'm running the 9th Lord, 5th Lord. Is it friendly to the Lagna? Yes. 5th and 9th are always friendly to the Lagna Lord, right? So that is what you see. But even to trigger the Vimshottari Mahadasa sequence, assuming you're following or you're doing the Udu Mahadasa Vimshottari, right? Moon triggers Vimshottari Mahadasa. Okay. So moon is the trigger again. Even for Lagna, you still use moon. Moon and Nakshatra point, the degrees. Okay. Same thing from moon. Also, you see the transits. Of course, there is something called Veda, which is blocking in transits, which I will do a separate video. But this is to kind of say why you always see transits only from the moon. Sun is the soul. The soul is already born. So you eliminate sun. So it is between moon and Lagna now. Okay. So the transits you always see from the moon and the nakshatra point. Just not the Rashi, the nakshatra, moon and moon nakshatra. Okay. Moon is married to the 27 nakshatras. The sun is married to the 12 Rashis, the 12 Adityas in a way. I'll give you an example for you to validate, and you can add that in the comments. Okay. You pick any ascendant or you pick all the 12 ascendants. Okay. Ask, regardless of ascendant, ask all people with moon in Magha Nakshatra, moon in Pura Falguni, how difficult was last year to now, right? Moon in Maga, ask them, ask right now. Pick all 12 ascendants. It doesn't matter. Pick Leo, pick Taurus, pick Gemini, pick any ascendant you want. Libra, doesn't matter. They will cry and weep. That is how it is. Okay. Same thing. Ask all Satabhisha Nakshatra people. Ask all the 12 ascendants. Pick any ascendant. Satabhisha Nakshatra. Ask. Okay. Pick any ascendant. Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra people. Now ask Revati Nakshatra. They will tell you in a month's time how difficult life will be for them. In a month's time. Revati Nakshatra. Ask them. Wait for a month. Wait for July 1st to start. Then you will see. Already they will start feeling a headache now. Okay. Why I'm saying this with an open challenge? Because Saturn is right now in Pisces in Revati Nakshatra. He will block darkness. Okay. Rahu is sitting in Satabhisha Nakshatra. No light coming from Satabhisha. Rahu and Ketu are even deadlier than Saturn because they cause eclipses. Yeah? Okay. Ketu has just moved to Maga last month, April 2021. Okay. Ask all the Maga Nakshatra people. They will tell you straight away. It doesn't matter which ascendant it is. You pick any ascendant. And please add in the comment section, my ascendant is this, my nakshatra is this, and I'm feeling. And please put your moon nakshatra here and ascendant. And you validate in the comment section whether it is Lagna or moon nakshatra, which is what you're seeing the result. All the predictions I'm doing on a daily basis is through moon and nakshatra, and literally everybody is validating what I'm saying. Yeah? Food for thought. People have just come up with so many different techniques and stuff. It's, we cannot discover anything in Vedic astrology. We can only decode. Read BPHS, it clearly says it. Okay? All right. Now, why I am doing this video? It is not only for you to explain about, decoding the transits from the natal moon and the moon's nakshatra, but it is also that people have asked me to put about the Jupiter transit, which is happening from June 2nd, 2026 till October 31st. He's going to be in Cancer. But I'll have to keep Saturn and Rahu Ketu in mind to do that. So I'll definitely do that. But I am putting this as a preface to any other video I'm going to put on transit. So please watch this video before you come and see the Jupiter transit. Yeah. Transit always, if you see, 25%, it'll give you. The promise has to be in the birth chart. The 75% is the birth chart, which is 50% your Mahadasa, 25% is your Antardasa. 75%, 25% is only transit. Anything which has to happen in transit has to be a promise in the basic destiny chart, which is your D1 chart, which is the chart at the life of your birth. When you are born, it's a snapshot of the planetary positions in the heaven, including the Lagna. Right? I hope this was helpful. I would really appreciate if people are, take that little bit of time and effort and bold enough to kind of put the comments here, because put your Lagna and put your moon nakshatra and validate. You see when is the problem, like what I have mentioned. The other thing is, you can clearly see, I've been going through the sequence. I started Ashwini Nakshatra also, right? I clearly said, Moon in Ashwini Nakshatra 2000 would be difficult. Moon in Bharani Nakshatra 2001 will be difficult. Moon in Kritika Nakshatra 2002. Moon in Rohini 2003. I keep on going in the sequence and people are validating that. That itself is a proof in the pudding. Yeah? Food for thought. Watch this video multiple times if you're not clear. Right? I hope this was helpful. And again, focus. Do not deviate from the moon. Okay, Parashara Rishi says one very important thing. It doesn't matter all the yogas combinations, what you see in the basic D1 chart should be seen and validated from the moon. The moon takes a priority. Yeah, the moon takes a priority. The moon nakshatra is very important, moon and moon nakshatra. We can do predictions even if we don't know the Lagna. You just know the moon and the moon nakshatra, you can do predictions. So far, that is what I've been doing for all the nakshatras. Yeah, I've also published Hasta Nakshatra today. Please watch Hasta Nakshatra video 1. I will try to do at some point Hasta Nakshatra part 2. All right. Manglik is a question. I'm actually putting 2 videos on Manglik, Mangal Dosh also. Please watch that as well. And I'm decoding Mangalik with science and blood. Yeah, it's a very different, unique way, and I will tell you what exactly is happening as well. I hope this was helpful. Again, please share your honest feedback and comments. I really appreciate it, and it will help all of us, including myself. Okay. Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you. And Om. So I'll have to end the thing with, because it's a Monday, Moon Shloka. Om Atriputraya Vitmahe Sangundaraya Dhimahi Danno Chandra Prachodayad. Om Atriputraya Vitmahe Sangundaraya Dhimahi Danno Chandra Prachodayad. Because moon is in a Mercury Rashi, I'll have to also think about Mercury also and pray to Mercury. Om Chandra Putraya Vitmahe Rohini Priyaya Dhimahi Danno Buddha Prachodayad. Om Chandra Putraya Vitmahe Rohini Priyaya Dhimahi Danno Buddha Prachodayad. All right, you touch moon, you touch Mercury, this is your answer. Okay, bye.